Hi, Daydream. We're going to take a look at your emphasis photos here. So we'll just kind of jump right in. The first thing that I noticed was that we don't quite have all the distances in here. There should be 8 various distances. So you probably know that we're missing, as I'm seeing here, we're missing like the portrait one. Looks like we're missing tone, no, not there's texture. You had color, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're missing the portrait of a structure in there is the one you're missing. Anyway, let's take a look at a few of these because there's certainly ones that seem to be more in your wheelhouse, and then others that perhaps you're still sort of trying to find your footing on. The textures here, these 2 texture images, which actually there's 3 texture images. I'm not sure, what happened here. Maybe you loaded the wrong image because these are the same photographs here and here. They might be the 2 different shots of the same photograph, but these are pretty much the same photos, and we know that we don't want to put 2 of the same in a posting. But these really are kind of getting at what we're looking for these themes, which has a lot to do with the intent, has a lot to do with the primary emphasis of the distance, meaning like at a certain distance, we had an emphasis prompt to work with. And so an image like this, and then an image like this one, what you're doing is you're highlighting that sort of prompt, and then the rest of the sort of composition contributes to that. It's really it's really that this is your dominant element, which happens to be the texture of that building, or the texture of the cement next to it, and the rest of the composition is designed around it to support it. And so that's going to be the difference between making a picture of something and making an image about a thing. You hear me talk about that a lot, and it really is the sort of crossing point between making a picture and a photograph. If there's a semantic there for us to like identify what defines the two, it really is about what it is that you're trying to communicate, and whether you're using tools effectively enough to be able to do that. So these 2 images, I think, are working pretty well at that. Here again, we're using some of the same strategies to do the as I see it. And I think we want to be, even more abstract. I want to invite you to be as free as possible with some of these. As I see it really is your opportunity to see what you can do with complete abstraction, without having to worry about whether there is going to be anything in focus. Can you make a photograph that is out of focus or blurred, or that has no definitive lines, that is really is pushed as far as you can possibly take it in terms of what a photograph might be able to be? What happens when you have no rules, kind of thing? That's really what we're looking for. Now with color, I think there's maybe you're struggling a little bit because there really wasn't a lot of color there. And so sometimes when there's color is what you're looking for, yet there isn't color to identify, it's the smallest thing that you're looking for. So you're looking for not necessarily a lot of it, but what you're looking for are the little moments where that can come up, and that can be enough. Because when you have nothing and you offer just a little taste of something, that's when it really kind of comes in there. Now, shadow, I think that one, it's probably time of day that kind of got you here, because really what we're looking for with shadow is the dynamic shadow. And I'm surprised you were working with shadow last semester pretty well. And I think it might have just been maybe you ran out of time or something like that with these images, with the shadow images, because it does look like you're sort of like there isn't really any definitive shadows going on in the images here. The lack of shadow is more about what this is about. This really becomes a lot about shape, though. This image here, if we were to be closer up here, if we were to isolate where I'm sort of squaring off here with the lines, see how this, they all become shapes, how they become boxes. That's what we mean about like using the environment to do structure and shape. So, I mean, these are all generalities about, you know, what I'm seeing and how things are kind of coming together. I think in general that, you know, it does look like you were sort of trying to find your feet on a lot of these things. Maybe this isn't something that you have approached before. We all had, you know, everybody had the same sort of outdoor experience, and yet I think what we're looking at here is a couple of these distances you may want to reapproach, just because it looks like you didn't quite get what you were looking for there. And it's always an opportunity for you to kind of get back out and try to check out what can I do differently, or what can I take from what I experienced and move forward to do a better series of images. So that's what I have for you. And hopefully you saw the overview video that kind of describes the overall intent of the project. All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.